going on, good people? Welcome back to Good Vibrations. Today, we're going to be going over how to wash your freeform locks with an aloe plant. So we got our fresh aloe here. We got a knife, and we have a metal bowl. There's a lot of benefits to washing your hair with fresh aloe. For me, myself, it has been life-changing. Every time I finish washing my hair with aloe, it almost looks a little different, every time. But the hydration is bar none. Nothing else is going to hydrate your hair like fresh aloe will. I will say that there's a lot of products out there that use aloe as an ingredient, so that should tell you something right there. So what better way to actually get that hydration than to go straight to the source and have you an aloe leaf here and extract exactly what they're using in their products to put right in your hair itself. So let's get into it. So let's get started, guys. One of the things that I like to do is this end piece. I like to cut this part off to get started. And here you go. Nice and opened up right there. And what you want to do is cut these spines off on the side where all the spikes are. There are different ways you can do it. I've seen people just cut off one side and kind of open it up like an envelope. But me, myself, I have a slightly different way of doing it. But my different way is also the same as others. So I'll take the leaf itself and I cut it in half. It just makes it easier to work with when it's smaller. But I do use the whole thing. So with this, I'll take this and all right, so I don't know if you guys can see that. It's having trouble focusing, but see, that's a nice little smooth part, exposing that gel on the inside. All right, so there you have that part. So the next thing I do, once I have this end piece cut off and each side cut off, then I take the knife and I cut it down through the middle, through the gel. Be careful not to cut your hand. All right, now that exposes that nice gel inside there. Now the one thing I didn't mention that you are going to need is a spoon or something that you're going to use to scrape the gel out of the middle. And I'm pretty sure there's like aloe products you can buy to like kind of bypass this process, but I just kind of find doing it myself kind of healing, and it's like therapeutic a little bit. I just kind of, it's all part of the journey for me. So you just take your spoon and scrape the contents of the aloe leaf right into the bowl here. definitely enjoy this part of it. Aloe is very slimy, but man, it has some really great properties to it. Very healthy for you. And I don't let any of this go to waste, guys. So like, after you've pretty much scraped all the gel out of the leaf, I mean, you can literally take this and rub it on your skin, because you know this is still very wet and gel-like in here. And just take it and, you know, rub it on yourself, man. I mean, this is nature's lotion. This is nature's hydration right here. So you can definitely hold on to this, and if you have, you know, put it on your hands and just, I mean, it feels really good. It's very cooling, very good stuff right there. So you have this other side. So we actually got a lot out of that one side, but this side doesn't have as much on it, because when I cut down the middle, a lot of the gel was on that one side. But we'll still scrape this side and get everything we need out of it. So as I grow this channel, guys, I definitely want to hear more from you guys. One thing I love about YouTube is that we can all learn from each other on this platform. You know, this isn't just about me trying to tell you guys how to, you know, go through your journey. Everybody's journey is unique to them. You know, take every bit of information that you learn about something, you know, that pertains to you with a grain of salt. I mean, nobody's gonna, you know, there's some things that are factual, but you have to experience things on your own terms, even if that means, like, you know, experiencing things through trial and error. Despite what I've learned about these aloe leaves, one thing that I did the last aloe wash was, I thought to myself, why not just use a blender? I put all the contents of the leaf in a bowl like this, and I put it in a blender, blended it up, and it turned into a liquid, right? Well, I mean, I don't know how that changes the properties of it, but I mean, as for right now, like, as you can kind of see, aloe is very slimy. But after I blended it, it kind of changed the consistency to more like a liquid, like it was like water, very thin, very watery, and it actually, it didn't make it very, it wasn't very successful. When I put it in my hair, it just dripped down everywhere. It was a mess. It was just running everywhere. Whereas when it's slimy like this, it sticks. Like once you put it in your hair, it kind of just sticks there and stays, which is kind of what you want. So and your hands will definitely get very wet, slimy, slippery. So definitely be careful handling the knife with your hands getting slippery. So you should definitely have like a cloth or something nearby that you can dry your hands, so you can work on the other pieces you have. So the more hair you have, you might even, oh, didn't mean to do that. You might want to consider having even more than one leaf. I mean, I have a second leaf here, but I'm not gonna bore you guys with me cutting up two, and I don't even think I need to. in order to get what I need done in my hair. I normally just save the second one for later because it's kind of hard to get the leaves, and you know, some places they run out of them, or they're not that great quality. It just keeps going in my bowl here. And you know, once you get to this part, there's not a whole lot of gel in these end parts, so you can probably just cut that part off and not have to deal with it. But there is a little bit, so I'm not gonna cut it all the way off. Same deal, I'm gonna cut this right down the middle. And see, it's so much easier to deal with it when you have it in smaller pieces. There we go. Now, me personally, whenever you find aloe, like at your local grocery store or anything like that, they keep it cold in like a refrigerated area. I'm pretty sure that helps prolong it, but I don't typically process it or cut it up and do all of this while it's cold. I normally will let it sit out for a little bit, and then I'll scrape the gel out, because when the gel is super cold, if it's refrigerated, and it's just like, it's a lot less pleasant to deal with. So I'll let it sit and become room temperature before I start scraping the gel out of it. But even with it being room temperature, when you put this on your hair and that gel makes it down to your scalp, it definitely has a very cooling effect, and it feels pretty awesome. All right. So now that all the gel is out of the leaf, we'll move on to the next step. Okay, this next part consists of taking what you collected and put it in a different bowl here. Right. So what you need is like an old t-shirt, but you just want it to be like one part of it. So you don't want to put it through both sides, because you just want the gel to be able to kind of make it through. 1 second. So here we got this. Show you what I'm doing here. So I covered up the other bowl, and I'm going to put the gel right on top of the t-shirt. So you'll see how that goes. All right, once you have the aloe in the t-shirt, it's gonna look something like that. And any old t-shirt will do. The thinner the better. You don't want something real thick where the aloe can't really get through it. So now all you have to do is you take this part that the aloe is in and you squeeze. Now this stops the chunks from going through. You don't want the chunks in your hair because the chunks will leave like a white residue, and it's just like debris. It looks like it turns white when it dries, and it just doesn't look good. So you just squeeze this, and all that's coming through is pure gel. And I want you guys to drop in the comments how long you leave aloe in your hair, because that's an ongoing debate where I've seen in other videos where Lenny Kravitz said that he leaves his in until the next wash day, and you know, some people just wash it out, you know, before it even dries. See, me, typically I'll put this in my hair and I'll leave it in until my hair kind of dries from it, and then I'll wash as usual. And I just use that same washing motion, you know, in that circular motion. But you can see, like, it's so slimy and stuff that it's not really running away. You can kind of contain it and keep it all in your hair, whereas when you blend it, it kind of turns into a liquid and just runs everywhere, and it's a complete mess. And for those who might have a question, yes, I do put it in my beard as well. So you know, you can put it in your beard, you can put it in, you know, this is completely natural, so it, you know, it's not going to hurt anything. It doesn't get more natural than this, guys. And I just work it in there. Use your fingertips, work it down to the scalp. You know, you guys, you gotta build this strong foundation, man. The best foundation you can for these locks. These things are going to really strengthen them and give you a great foundation for some really strong, thick locks in the future, or skinny if you want skinny. I mean, it's all up to you guys. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. It's what is the time frame that you think that you should leave this aloe in your hair? Because it is definitely a lot of people saying different things out there. In this whole process, it can be a little time consuming, and if you have more hair, if you have longer locks and you are doing this, you might want to try to get it done more early in the day. I live in Ohio. It's winter time here and it's cold outside, so I can't really go outside and dry my hair with the sun like I normally would. So I just give myself more time and try to make sure that my hair has time to dry before it gets late and before it's time for bed. And as you're squeezing it, you know, I just kind of twist this, and it really starts to squeeze that aloe in there and get all that gel out. So again, I want to know what you guys think. will you or do you use aloe for your freeform dreads, dreadlocks, or whatever you have? I mean, this can be used in just your hair. If you don't have locks, it can be used to strengthen your hair, natural or not. It's completely natural. It's great for you, great for your skin. So I just definitely want to hear from you guys. Do you use aloe? Will you consider using aloe? And what do you think of my method? I definitely didn't come up with this on my own. I follow YouTubers just like anybody else, and I think I might make a video soon about the YouTubers that I refer to for my methods and where I got some of my knowledge from. Besides stuff that I already knew, you know, we can all learn tips and tricks from people that are already doing what we're trying to do. So that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. If you learned anything, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. I definitely appreciate it. And until next time, peace.